that MOUZ are running with. Last time they played this map was 63 days ago. Dust2's only been reintroduced to the pool for 85 days. We just had a 4-week break. MOUZ were essentially on a 6-week break because of the whole Dallas situation. So how outdated is the tape? I'd say pretty much so. Well, we get things underway. MOUZ selected to start on the CT side. NAVI on the attack. Dual Berettas smoke for exertion. Smoke flashes and a molly as we are going to be setting ourselves up for a B execute. Jimmy's going to be important in this one towards back plat. Will the molly be on him or will it be in the site?
Here comes the util. That will already give them an inkling as to what's coming. Zashin throws out the disruptive smoke. Will they cancel? Well, immediately does get brought down. It was actually a combination of the two defenders. Zashin softened him up for Jimmy.
Difficult to pivot now, isn't it?
They're going to have to fight Torchy if they want to leave. Unless you go and route him all the way back through spawn. That's a different ball game. Shui, he's looking to bolster the numbers towards lower. And I say spawn, yeah, they are. They're actually going to completely pull the plug on that, Chad, and reset. Now, surely a heavy advantage here for MOUZ. What do they need to prioritize to lock this down?
Well, time is going to be the biggest issue for MOUZ, right? You had them exactly where you wanted them, but you've just discussed Bit rotating back, so can he find them a way in? Long looks like it'll be the porter call, as Alexi still shows leg towards lower. Bit has to find an escape route, so this next duel against Brolin is going to be key if there's anything to be said in this round for NAVI.
Oh, nice from Torchy. Steps in front of his teammate's aim, but rewards himself with a headshot. Ime trades. Not out of the woods yet. Mid under control for NAVI. Brolin starts to concede that long space in pursuit of bolstering the numbers towards the A site. We've got 30 seconds where they need to find this commitment, and it is short.
Might get a plant here.
Shui. If he could find one on the way in, that Molotov could make things difficult. Towards the ramp position. Got vision, and it's down from Imez. Lovely shot on the recovered USP. Brolin falls as well. NAVI set up for the plant and set up for a pistol, a recovered pistol. First plan didn't work, but plan B is going swimmingly. Back from Zashin.
Jimmy's still alive as well. He was beast mode yesterday.
Zashin caught out on the jump, but inaccuracies from the both of them. Bit and wonderful crumble, and it will be a MOUZ pistol.
Bowed them out there, didn't they? Yeah, that round looked great for MOUZ to start. The U2 and the dual Berettas with the B set up. A lot of teams you see going for these B executes on the pistol rounds, but this one destroyed immediately. I feel that NAVI, once they got into the site, they could have played that post plan a little bit differently. Had some advantages, two players both coming up from CT spawn. Didn't play the bomb, took the fights, lose the round. So NAVI, they get the bomb down, they get themselves into a force buy position. It's likely to have the same CT setup from MOUZ that we saw back when they played it last. I said 63 days ago. That was at Bet Boom. They came straight off an EPL best of 5 dominant win, went into Bet Boom about 2 days later and had to play Dust2 as their first map without any practice. But they're still 100% on it, so might be a comfort map for MOUZ. Mid control already taken, swarming towards tunnels. 3 players essentially leaning towards B with Torchy's scout in middle currently. They have early info with Brolin long, Shui playing towards short as well, so they will be able to find out the pressure points early, but they're set up well.
Nice find from exertion early. Lexi B cut down by Torchy, and he swaps out to the USP comfortably. This heavy investment from NAVI, and just as I thought, it would have been a clean one. Ime and Wonderful both managed to do some damage. Unfortunately for Ime, he's taken a boatload of that himself, down to 8 HP. And unable to really do much more with this. So MOUZ have weathered the storm of the NAVI second round force, and it does seem from the pistol and now their second round that B does seem to be the name of their early affections. Best case a plant here, but it would be baffling to see that happen. Torchy currently looking towards mid, but just a quick glance towards long. If his internal timing is right.
Well, if we could take a look at the B defenders right now, I think that would tell a little bit more of the story, right? Because they're scared that he's in the site. You can see here, they have absolutely no idea that Ime is actually completely evacuated. Now, they are giving him the rope. Essentially, you said, yeah, a plant seeming baffling. Now, Torchy addressing that fact. They're investigating B, so the pennies drop. The biggest gap is short at the moment, but there it is. The scout comes through. Torchy with a very impactful round. No bomb going down. Sure, a couple of extra casualties towards B, but pretty well handled from MOUZ. Should be a full eco from NAVI.
Lovely handling of business there. You can see JL, it's a tough one to run out, especially with the smoke. A hard 90-degree choice to be made. He chose incorrectly. Happy start for MOUZ, and this one should just be a bit of fun, sending Xerxon up to go farming.
It's a good round to do it as well. I know it seems risky against the pistols, but if you can start putting the fear of God in them that you are going to go for these aggressive maneuvers and actually be able to manhandle them, I think using the spawns to harass lower dark is something that you should be seeing a lot of, and should be there using that Xbox smoke against them. But yeah, look, even if you drop that mid-door smoke on the CT side, just pop it a little way through, you can use that to path in towards lower, not be seen by the AWP, just throw a nade and get out. It is going to slow the T-side default down and force them through some utility.
Yeah, JKS throws that. I've been watching his POV. Throws it all the time when you're in your games, Chad.
Oh, yeah, well. Wonder what he's up to now. I think there's a liquid boot camp going on. We'll see how he performs.
You've lost your buddy.
And the other one, too. So it'll just be me once we get home. But, all right, first gun round. AWP's out for both Wonderful and Torji. Can be an AWP's paradise, Dust2. Calling for the pedestal.
And when you're up against a good AWPer in the server, as Wonderful most definitely is, mid becomes a terrifying prospect on both sides of the map.
Interesting again to see this immediate response. So they heard double mollies long, so that tells you that they're normally starting pretty heavy, right? You get two players up close and personal, one player traditionally flashing. But they might just get put in a vice here. See this reposition from MOUZ, it seems ahead of the play.
Xerxon, what a dangerous game he is. Alexi flash, JL applies some pressure. Jimmy's done very well for the first. Ime back for the trade back in. B-side lost. CT scrambling. The bomb being planted. Gotta give this one a look in. Kits are plenty. Brolin and Shui equipped. Piece this one together. They've got to get some answers about middle. Is there a lurker to be concerned about? And are they really going to prioritize so many people through tunnels? Typically, it's the other way around, but instead it's just going to be Shui from the door side. A lot of pressure on this fight from Ime. He has to do some damage. Shui trying to kick up a fuss, act bigger than he is. Look at the bomb, ticking away. We're about half gone now. Pressure applied to MOUZ. Despite the number advantage, Ime looks away. It's working wonderfully now, and Wonderful in a spot of bother. Tagged up to 50. Time against the MOUZ players, though. If he could just hit the one on the defuse, God, it's close. And MOUZ will make it for very, almost perfectly executed retake from MOUZ and a little avant-garde. Is that unusual to you, Chad, or is that just my newbie eyes?
I think there's some trickery going into that as well, because you saw the CT smoke. I'm questioning, hey, did he intentionally miss it? Or was he trying to smoke tunnels? Because they had a HE left as well coming through tunnels. Were they going to try and pop it open, then bust in last minute? Regardless, they do stick the landing on this. But yeah, it feels like there's no room for error in that type of a retake. But trying to subvert the expectation, you see that smoke there just to one side of the upper tunnels, and they brute force their way back in. So yeah, MOUZ not wanting to have to funnel through doors or window. They called that to happen quite quickly. Alexi overextending out middle after his teammates got in towards B. He was a bit of a free kill, giving the number advantage for MOUZ to be able to set up for the man advantage retake. So very well handled from MOUZ.
Yeah, a couple of discrepancies right now. JL, Bit, and Alexi yet to frag 4 rounds deep. Saying that, we saw JL yesterday. He was quite low on the scoreboard, but he was the one to close out that map with some heroic deagle plays. He's certainly got that superstar, major MVP, the only one on the server tonight. Yeah,
and also Yanko touched on that as something that Navi are going to look to have to replicate, right? This team, towards the end of the season, with a good showing, getting into the finals in London. Clear of the smoke. Torji says the same. And oh, okay. You take that one, won't you, Brolin?
Oh, Bit chased him down, though. That's a valuable one back. And oh, JL asleep at the wheel. Xerxon's going to overlook this from Ime. 2 towards the tons, and these just trading back and forth. However, Alexi B and JL still don't get the chance to play around. Bit parks the bus in long. And that will allow the others, Ime and Wonderful, to try and find another port of call.
I think the push from Xerxon, when they were out long and they killed Brolin, they assume it's a bit of a classic long 3 to 4 players would be there. So by finding what he thought was the lurk in tunnels onto JL, not ready for the second piece of that of Ime, the bomb being able to swing back, there's still U2 on the likes of Ime and Wonderful. Now, do they want to try and contact in, or do they want to use their nades? You can already see information being garnered. Giving up long is MOUZ. Good timing on that block smoke from Torji will make them probably second guess if they did want to try and finish towards B. Jimmy towards back Plat and the AWP in a really good position to be a nuisance.
If you want to cross, you're going to have to use one of your 2 remaining smokes, or are you going to test Torji? You're testing it. Oh, he just averts his gaze. That's a frustrating death. And now look, pivot. This is all instantaneous calling. Put some pressure onto mid. Keep that B player's feet planted. And now it's just Shuey up against all 3 of them. 18 seconds, though. That smoke could do everything for Shuey. He's no longer scared about long. He just has to isolate a duel. Shuey steps up for the first. He's under so much scrutiny living in the name of the game. They need to close the gap. They need to plant, but he's on the site, still alive. 5 seconds left, and now down goes the bomb carrier. Na'Vi running out of the time necessary to win this one. A smile creeps onto the face of Zersh, and he knows that they've booked him there.
I don't think that could have worked out any better. I'm pretty sure that kill from Shuey dropped the bomb down towards CT spawn. So at that point, as they were flailing, looking for the fight, they really had to be dipping for the bomb, and then that put them in the line of sight of Jimmy rotating from B. So Shuey did so much there with the limited utility, and it looked like they had them regardless, but Torji with that flick away from the doors, he gets punished, so the leader steps up.
Huge from Shuey.
Yeah, that's it. You see the bomb there spill over.
So grateful he had that smoke to change the game, change the round. NAVI pieced together a threatening half investment. Torji, you don't see AWPers go for this one too often. Alexi B, though, warded off by the AWP shot. Smokes and departs. Quite quick. This is a different pace from NAVI.
Well, when you hear the AWP rattle off through the mid doors, obviously he can rotate back unless you just want to hold W, but then you give them the sound cues. He has been able to reposition over towards Car. Now, if they use... Well, they're only going to have 1 smoke, so I guess we'll just see the bridge smoke, and then these flashes have to be potent. They have to be perfect to push Torji off of the line. But he still has full utility himself, and there you go, another well-timed piece.
Ooh, he hits the shot onto JL, crossing through. The nade looks good as well. Look at the damage onto Alexi B. Torji holding the fort, doing his best, nails another quick one up close and personal. Through the smoke is Shuey, controls it for 3. MOUZ, they are cooking with gas right now.
This is dominant stuff, isn't it? I didn't think we could have it quicker than what G2 handed Virtus.pro to start the day's semifinals. That was a really quick series considering how long yesterday's Virtus.pro game took, and G2 are in hot form. MOUZ, you could have come into this series arguing that they're the ones who have shown more struggles so far during EWC. They lost a map in both of their series to the likes of Sashi and Furia, whereas, well, Na'Vi beat Furia 2-0. Oh, there you go. Okay, an opener. Wonderful. AWP on AWP action.
Torji was feeling aggressive. He's been feeling himself, and can't blame him. Bit now hitting headshots. He's brought down after 1.
Well, where that came from.
Exertion's been, because of that aggression from Torji and his early departure, Exertion has to go and cover that. Does leave a vulnerable Brollan, the long anchor, forced to find himself back towards the site, so there's gaps all over the place. This defense like a sieve right now. Look how separate all of those blue dots are in the top left. XEB seizes some of that map control for himself. Brollan actually re-aggressing for short. Gonna try and catch a timing on the peak. Here's them. Wonderful's posted on him. This is a really big one. Does hold down the mouse 1. Good work from Xerxes to contribute, but Wonderful still hitting shots. Despite that low HP, swallowed the grenade. But hits the double, and Na'Vi destined for their first. And JL, he puts the cherry on top. There you are, Na'Vi, welcome to the scoreboard.
I hope when you get that AWP head-to-head opener over towards middle, so good stuff from Wonderful, but Bit there as well. Ruthless through the long doors looking for that fight, taking down Shuey. Here's the opener, and Torji, yeah, didn't even really have the gun in hand ready for that fight. This could have gotten out of control, especially if Xerxes gets the double up there. Maybe a new conversation to be had in that round, but money available for the immediate tactical timeout. I want to make an adjustment of his own.
I also don't think he's probably going to give Torji a slap on the wrist for that, because it's a sign of an AWPer who's, what, 10-3, feeling himself, trying to just throw something new into the mix. It's not going to work every time.
No, and I think it's also a pretty good junction within the half to opt for that timeout, to have the conversation of how, you know, you want the next flow of rounds to go. If you can win immediately back here, you're already up to 7, half's 1, and hey, how many more are you going to be able to put on top as the icing on the cake?
Wonderful's going for the decoy, going to try and peek off of the decoy shot, hope he gets an advantage in the AWP head-to-head, but nothing going to be delivered his way.
Some misutil for MOUZ towards long as part of that control. The corner smoke putting a bit of pressure on them and keeping some eyes for now. So Emma looking for this gap, like to see it. Oh, blocked it. Body blocked that smoke, so no lurk smoke won't work against Na'Vi. That does actually alleviate a lot of pressure on these B defenders. But look at the real estate out middle. See, MOUZ more than happy to play Shui through short, but right now they're not in position.
This angle that Torji's holding, though, it's designed for Wonderful to peek into him. Oh, he was, excuse me. I thought he was on the boxes. He's actually above. So Wonderful can post up on this angle. How's his setup? They acknowledge and have conceded this space. Albeit impressive to have found it so early from NAVI.
I think the key for the B defense right now, with the time trickling off the... Oh, okay, straight into him.
Nearly two from Wonderful.
Well, the util's still in play. Jimmy had a smoke. He just used it. Still an incendiary to try and stall this out if it is a mid to B play. Looks like they're changing their tune because the AWP is in the dirt. Good call.
Yeah, Brolin's going to have to get himself over to Shui as fast as possible. Crossing past Imet is a nightmare, though. That deep corner. Xertion walks through unannounced. Held at bay by the smoke. Time again becoming a factor. What is this from Shui? Pushes in through the smoke, flashed in by his teammate, and his teammate only gets the one. Brolin down to JL. JL not ready for another. Xertion good on it and bit the headhunter to try and close this one down. Can he even get the bomb in time? I'm not sure he can. 10 seconds. He's hoping for the fight on CT, but I think Jimmy, just by living, has won this round. The clock is Na'Vi's worst enemy right now. Nothing for you here. An AWP to save, but a 7th round on the board.
Boy, and they get that easy opening onto Torji. That's 2 rounds in a row. Torji's been picked off. Just drops down to his demise. The pivot, yeah, you understand the call. Okay, the AWP's not going to be over towards mid-long. It means we should be able to sprawl into the site. But as they go up, that smoke's in play. They're covered off, and then Shui with the chaotic maneuver is able to take down Wonderful. Sure, JL's there for the trade, but there's more bodies. Brolin for the fight. This slows it right down. And the rotation had already made it through that CT smoke. So well handled from MOUZ. That was a pressure situation.
Yeah, their rotations are looking really good. Really, really good. How many times have we seen a Na'Vi player just not expecting there to be another? Always in the right place at the right time. Using their util to facilitate efficient rotations. And for Alexi B, I bet this is a nightmare to try and call yourself out of trouble. Smokes the doors.
Yeah,
keeps that info blocked, yeah.
Brolin really hasn't been tested long early, right? I think that it was, one round where they've popped out. This is going to be late, and you can see the position. Called it reverse back when I was playing, but that was many days ago, just above pit, and this is a difficult clear.
Yeah, you get a bit of a shadow advantage here. And he still profits with one. Peeks out. It's lovely from Brolin. A double kill in defense of his position.
Tough position as
Not
well.
always the most glamorous, but he's played it to perfection. Now he can just dig himself into the pit. You don't want to be over-committing to that if you're Wonderful.
Oh, there's a couple of kills for Xertion here.
Yeah, you think so. Sees him. Poised and tapping. Takes down JL. Living priority for Xertion. Gets himself out of dodge. They are going to pivot back towards the B site. He's gone pushing. Jimmy, however, has their cross locked down. He uses that AK to perfection. Double from Jimmy. MOUZ looking like an unbeatable CT wall right now. It's that lovely blend of some solid anchor work and some necessary aggressions for some info.
Yeah, and that's great that the players are reading the game on such a high level that they're seeing these. Doesn't feel like they're forced. There's no times where like, well, how come they haven't pushed? Seem to be making the right calls throughout MOUZ. So absolute dominance right now on Navi's map choice. And again, I'll return to some of the stat lines that I was discussing. Oh, that's a hefty amount of bodies crossing over and wanting to fight middle. So this is a bit of a change. We will have some early action.
Shui up to the plate. This is terrifying. This is terrifying, but he's not scared. He is not worried at all. Bombs delivered to lower tunnels. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so the last time we saw MOUZ play this, they've only played it 3 times since it's been reintroduced to the pool. It was reintroduced in the pool 85 days ago. That was during Pro League, the last season.
Crazy to me,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, but that's because we had 4 weeks worth of a break.
Sure, sure.
So there's a big chunk of your days, right? There's 30 of your days at least. And also Pro League, it wasn't in play because we were mid-tournament. So you had to wait until Pro League ended. Then it was Bet Boom, and that's where MOUZ went and they played it immediately, I do believe. I think it was just a couple days after. And they played against, it might have been Bet Boom themselves, and they picked it against them straight away. Because they had been able to practice on it while MOUZ was focused on the current map pool that still had Overpass in it at the time. So they'd only played it at that event. They didn't play it at Dallas, the event they didn't practice for. You know, it's a bit of a scoff in that one. And then that was their last event of the season. So MOUZ have been on ice for quite a while, but they were boot camping in Hamburg in their new facility before coming here. NAVI were boot camping in Spain. So both of these teams wanting to get a good kick going into the second half of 2024. But that's one of the problems, right? Both of these teams would be pretty comfy with the map pool that we have in front of us right now. Dust2, Nuke, Mirage. MOUZ have had a lot more time to practice on this map.
Was this really Navi's pick?
Yeah, we're going to Nuke next. But that's a map that NAVI could easily just do the same as what we're seeing right now. So, hey, this series could have legs, or it could just be domination. Right now, the conversation's one way as opposed to the other. And the long corner smoke respected, right? You see Doors and Bluebin Molly forcing out extra util. Corner smoke always had a bit of fear. I would like to see NAVI started to get activated. We just want an entertaining game, really.
I'm entertained by just how incredible MOUZ are playing right now.
Look at this, they've left nobody anchoring long. They're so ready for something mid/short centric.
This is a real hard setup to break. Torji should just be able to get one and drop off. Setting Brollan up for any cleanup. Look at this setup. You are not getting through this. There, tries his luck. That's a shot and a half from Torji. Just the tip of Imez follicles. Pokes up from the staircase. Nice work from Wonderful, reading the re-aggress. They go off of this. JL pokes his nose into mid. Shui re-aggressing, and they're not expecting that lovely angle. And another headshot, this time onto Alexi B. Does he finish the job? Hits him even lower through the staircase. We've yet to see Alexi with a frag contribution.
Oh dear.
Jimmy's well aware of
still
where
util left.
Oh, and it's
come on in, boys.
Brutal. Everywhere they go, there's a nade. Oh, and this could be perfect. Alexi, on your head, son. JL swallows it. No HP for the rest of them. And it's clean as that. Shui, right place, right time, multi-kill again.
Yeah, there's a few little details that is impressive, and I suppose that's either MOUZ just playing fantastically well or not feeling the pressure. These B defenses, they've always had util left late, so that means that their setups, right, the way that they're using their util, the economy of that is fantastic. That banger shot there from Torji, isn't it? It's been having a good game. Was cooling off for the last couple of rounds. But the other one is, MOUZ have never given NAVI the staging area of Cat to execute onto A for free without disruption.
I see you.
They've always been in that limbo area or harassing, flashing forward. Here's Bid, been out long with a fight, won a couple before, but stalled out. Shui, in-game leader, just denies 2, and that could be 11-1 on the half.
My God. Just throwing the towel at this point. A CT side. I'm sure Navi will remember. Good grief, could they really close it out clean? 11-1 on the agenda. Alexi 0-11. And there it is, locked in at the half. MOUZ are speedrunning this semi-final, the Esports World Cup 2024, and MOUZ in pursuit of a grand final.
Ready, set, go.
You ever wondered how a Hollywood movie is shot? On a Sony. You review it on a Sony. And how do you make that sound epic? You record it on a Sony. Lunch break on a Sony. So why wouldn't you watch it on a Bravia by Sony?
Some cyberbullying here in Riyadh as MOUZ have taken NAVI to church. 1 round is all NAVI have to boast as we come back into our second half. And this is NAVI's pick as well, Chad. I think we might just want to start talking about map 2, or?
I think MOUZ are wanting to buck the trend of the 2 AM finishes. They thought, all right, guys, let's get everybody home, well rested. It's grand final day tomorrow. The least we could do is get everybody in bed nice and early. MOUZ versus G2, that sounds like a pretty tasty morsel, especially if MOUZ are going to play at this form that we're seeing right here, right now in the semi-final. And it's a nice step up, right? These guys are considered studio merchants. Well, there's a crowd.
There's a crowd, Chad.
It's a step up. And I think Yanko was even talking about the continent. Well, they're on a different one at the moment. So, look, a couple of big ticks going in their favor if they can pick this up. But still, a whole nother map and a half ahead of us before we can get there. Exertion, mid-doors smoke safely.
I've been missing that one in my repertoire. Long-range Glock, oof, puts bit on notice.
Can't get luckier than that, can ya?
Let's see if Wonderful can pass his test on long. He does flick back nicely, and that's all the util. Brolan takes the fight. That was brave. That would have completely squandered their smoke for the cross. Instead, he's managed to find the equalizing frag. Now they want to come and test Jimmy. A 2-man push into the fin.
Glock good at this range, though.
Yeah, I'd say
Glock
so.
just good.
He's crouched into the angle and does deliver the double headshot. Just like that, the round crumbles for NAVI. A is lost. Now you have to get past Jimmy if you want to get in. And he's already chipped away at JL on the mantle up the Xbox. A flash, this could be good, but Jimmy's already pieced out of there. Now the bomb going down. This is so difficult for Bit and JL. That early damage from Brolan onto Bit. JL brought low by Jimmy. Getting back in, it feels like a impossible impossible task. The legs are broken, Bit's hitting some heads, or at least one. Not the second, though, as 12 secured. MOUZ in pursuit of that magic number in the second round of this second half.
Yeah, well, put a fork in it. This one's looking like it's done. It has to obviously be the NAVI force buy. They're going to take their third of the tactical timeouts and see if any resistance is possible. But at the moment, it looks futile. Wonderful gets one, a good trade from Brolan, but it's the double from Jimmy. And it looks like he's having a bit of trouble when this fight first starts. But the Glock in CS2, I don't know what it is about it. It just feels like it's had a bit of a buff.
It does, doesn't it? Just put your crosshair in their vicinity and keep on clicking.
And NAVI haven't even warmed up. I don't even feel like they've been in this game at all. There's been a few rounds, and you go back to the pistol where they had no advantage on the first half of play, then they battled their way back in, and then they gave up the number advantage retake. And You have a hard time discussing rounds where it's felt like they could have closed. Even rounds where they had number advantages and they tried to go for finishes, MOUZ just made the perfect play.
NAVI's frag total is less than Jimmy and Shui's frag total.
Oh, Lexi might finish the game with no kills, Alex.
Yeah, well, that's certainly a contributing factor. I've been missing this smoke. I wanted to learn it from Torji, but we are...
Well, Exertion didn't throw out perfect last round, did he? Because you could see above it.
And JL is going to be on the warpath, has caught out Jimmy. Doesn't finish it off.
No way!
What is that? Oh, it goes from bad to worse.
Jimmy's in fine form at the moment, isn't he?
It goes from bad to worse. This is unfair.
But Alexi, he can get a kill, Alex.
He needs one.
Come on, Alexi.
5-7. Look at the HP. Bomb's going B. Jimmy's going to even bring the fire. Okay, AD. Yeah! LXCB on the board. He picks himself up an AK-47. Roland makes light work of it, and here comes LXCB with his second as well. 5 bullets all he needs if he can find the head of Roland, and he does. 1 HP. Can LXCB come up huge? His first 3. And now it has to be an ace clutch. It's not to be. Torji denies. And just 14 rounds is all we need on Navi's pick, no less. MOUZ sprinting towards the grand finals. A map to the good already.
Absolutely dominant stuff to kick things off. 2-1 against Sashi, 2-1 against Furia, and a whitewash against NAVI. Right now, they are in the driver's seat, and talking about NAVI, doesn't feel like they're warmed into the game. They need to go and...
This is the start of the semi-final for you, because, I mean, you got 1 round. Some people only got frags in the last round.
Yeah, if Alexi can start with a kill,
yes,
that would be fantastic news. But no, we discussed this yesterday throughout that VP series. One of the struggles that Vitality had was just pistol rounds in general, and that one still went 3 maps, still went about 4 hours. But we are getting the pistol round underway. NAVI now getting a chance. See if they can kick things off on the CT side. Will MOUZ be able to run with this momentum that they've garnered, and will Jimmy keep up this amazing form that he is in? Bit about to be tested towards ramp. Here they come.
See what you've got for us, Bit. Just falls away, concedes the ramp control. And they're jumping to chase. Brolan shows himself that he is looking to commit. There is support behind the side, though. They may overlook it, but Bit doesn't even need assistance right now. He's taken another head. Can he get another? That's the bomb. Should be staring at the floorboards to try and escape. And now very separate. Look at this from Torji. He might be able to catch him as re-clear of the lobby. He catches a glimpse and hits the goosh. Headshot provided, but the bomb now lost. That's a big round from Bit, who's been having a great tournament up until this semi-final started. So let's see if Torji's got anything left in this one, or is Bit about to leave with 4 frags in this one. Looking good. Torji, though, better. Takes his head off, and JL going to be swinging out on the timing. Wonderful. Ready to receive on the low side. Wonderful, still moving, and JL spots him. Distraction and execution. Wonderful, converts it. NAVI get a necessary pistol.
Would have been some insane shots necessary there for Torji to close that one out, but that is what you need to see. NAVI not fumbling the number advantage on the pistol round, setting themselves up, likely going against a MOUZ eco. No bomb going down, no extra cash injection. I'm sure they'll just take the save and get the buys coming into the next with the AKs and the util necessary. And we were talking about the map pool before we got into this. NAVI pretty comfortable on a map like Nuke, so I'm sure they're not feeling too out of the water having to play this.
Yeah, looking good against FaZe yesterday on this map.
Oh, the manual door opening. They're not doing it with that nade, and now it's being closed again. And open once more, but the other way through. In there. I'm going to take a couple fights. You heard from Yanko there saying, hey, screw it, can't get any worse. Back from his coaching days. Well, maybe take a couple of fights, and that's what we're seeing now. Wonderful, towards Yard. One and done. Torji with an absolute zinger on that deagle, but look at this. Yeah, they're definitely playing a little bit more liberally, aren't they, NAVI?
Yeah, JL's having a field day, isn't he? Just running around on the silo, not letting them get anything close to comfortable. Sounds like Riyad's happy with that one. Definitely crowd favorites are NAVI.
I think in terms of viewer base, whether that be here as well as at home, I think if we had the NAVI versus G2 final, that would garner the biggest fan bases. I think in terms of the most exciting Counter-Strike that we could get, and maybe I'll be eating my words come the end of this series, but I think it would be MOUZ versus G2, or at least what we just saw from map number 1.
Yeah, Dust2 is very impressive. Nuke, perhaps a different story. We'll find out as the guns come out.
Fast from Exertion, stalled out by an incendiary right in front of his face, going for the standard smoke wall. They're going to be able to break through. Alexi, let's play this Yarn position, peeks out.
Yeah, he's ahead of the clear as well, so that's big from Xerxes. Gets himself across.
Imma's down here.
Hits, takes the fight, converts it. Neil in position. There is a walk, though, with the bomb on Shui's back, escorted by Torji. Bit pokes his head up and nearly takes off Torji. Puts him down to just 3 points of health. Into the vents, clears out the aggressive rotation from Immer. That was brave, but punished. Already had a window of opportunity. Alexi.
Oh, what?
Roland flies off of main roof, deletes the Finn. JL in trouble now and trying to use that SMG for an aggressive peek or two. Takes back lobby, surges into it, concedes the site.
Oh,
that would have been nice, but doesn't quite nail it. Trajectory hits the smoke. Good headshot back. Jimmy gone. Torji, despite the low HP, could be on for another. Wonderful alone. Torji should be an easy frag, and whoa, he even makes it costly. Shui locks it in. And we have MOUZ back on the board early for their T side.
According to the kill feed, Brolin's feet were on the ground there, but you could have fooled me.
Yeah, that was crazy from Alexi's POV. Sometimes I do prefer seeing the kill from the death POV. They look good. Yeah, I'll have one. Bon appetit.
You do everything a little bit later here. I had a 7 p.m. coffee.
Yeah, no, honestly, the mall is open until I think 8 a.m. I don't know.
All right, well, that's for your late night entertainment. Ooh, okay, well, NAVI not forcing back immediately. They are just going to take the save with a loss bonus of 1,900 coming into thanks for the buy. Brolin will get an easy one. Swept under the rug by Bit. Swings out with the MP9, but there's more fights as far as Jimmy's concerned.
I'm concerned for Jimmy. Perhaps not so much anymore as they flush them back into the sights. Tetris to be cleared, looking good. Shui individually has been looking like one of the most dangerous players. Multi-kills just every round they come his way. Every time he's tested, he seems competent and capable.
Yeah, he is, I think, in terms of the way that the team is approaching the game. It allows the in-game leader to focus on his crosshair a little bit more, and he's going to take a few more of these risks as well. As far as in-game leaders are concerned, he's one of the younger in-game leaders for sure. So mechanically speaking, we're not putting him in the same bucket. But you look at it, you look at Carrigan yesterday. It was Carrigan versus Alexi tussling on that first number play between FaZe and NAVI. There you have it. Round number 2, we're all tied up. And is the momentum going to shift immediately?
All the in-game leaders have been having a good tournament. I think even Snacks has had some top scoreboard moments. We're talking about Blitz, Mongols during the resurrection stage. But Shui in the playoffs. And he's playing as comfortable as ever. Get that wonderful AWP out. Rolling with a Mac.
Yeah, and there's nothing fast off the back of it. He's actually just mulling top hut to start the round. Might see the aggression from the EWC. Yep. Oh.
Lovely start for the round. NAVI get a gift.
I might not have been expecting the AWP so quickly, just considering the way that the finances have fell. That one's been dropped across from JL, so only made possible by donation.
That MP9 getting a couple of kills, giving him a little extra cash. And I mean, the fact that Wonderful's already out, back towards Yard, JL.
Timing.
He's just looked away. Look at Shui, perfectly catches the timing.
That's frustrating.
Just fell off of the angle.
The nade will do it.
Or not, but the bullets will.
Have to save. Even after such a comfy opener. That happened so quickly, and it just came down to the timing there that JL moved away from Hunt. They just waltzed out. Confidence on display yet again from MOUZ. Beautiful stuff.
It's not like it was a sound cue, really. Nothing, no sort of misplay from the Hut player other than getting time. Shui walks out. By the time JL's into the angle, he's not expecting someone so far out so soon.
Especially when it's not telegraphed, right?
That's a tough one.
Sometimes if your main player is looking towards Yard, there can be a time when you have to patrol between Squeaky and that Hut door, and normally people aren't just walking out Hut because it's one of those angles where you can get your feet spotted if they're up in the rafters. Worked out quite nicely. there's other little details, right? Because we are functioning looking at different things at the start of the rounds. It tends to be more stuff towards outside, right? Okay, do you see the deep molly? What type of a fight are they going for? But your lobby player gets there early enough, you'll hear the drop on towards the heart, that information being communicated and then potentially executed upon. Unfortunate for Imma there on the clear, was already very low, and wow, I guess lucky to stay alive with that nade. NAVI will use their first tactical timeout. Blade to get back on the mic. He probably just feels like he was having a conversation because they would have been outside discussing what went wrong with map number 1 or focusing on now map number 2. It would be a shame to have back-to-back blowouts in our semi-finals if you missed the G2 game just moments ago. Well, it feels like it. They gave us a nice extended break, didn't they?
Does that say more about G2, or does that say more about Vitality, the result we saw?
Virtus Pro.
No, sorry, I'm just the way in which because we were watching VP versus Vitality.
Sure.
And it was like a.
I
think
where
I'm going with that.
Yes, no, I do. I think one of the things is, and again, at the start of the season, you're always going to put me in this point of conversation where you look long term and you can look in the microcosm of this event. And in terms of the honeymoon period and the type of Counter-Strike that G2 are playing, you can't argue with that. But then if we talk about long-term G2 honeymoon period, how will things track over time? Now there's going to be tape on them, etc., etc., etc.
Hello. Another opening for Wonderful. Didn't make a difference in the previous. Yep. And Brolan. Masters of their ramp craft, but Brolan gets the better of Bit here. Levels us out. Shui working his magic once more. He's going to do so silently. Alexi B will not have anything to report. Certainly that there is a possibility. They're loud into the lower side though, and Imet's got a lot to do with only a FAMAS, just outgunned. It hinges on JL now, and he's done well. And he's done very well. Finds himself the AK, gets away, back turn, Shui poised, converts the spray, and Wonderful.
No way.
Him. How's he done that? Well aware of the possibility. Alexi B up against 2, and Shui, he's already got his feet planted for a triple. We talk about this guy and his aim, and he does it on display in the semi-final.
Feels like MOUZ are everywhere. You know, they get an opening kill again with the AWP, but the next minute there's 3 guys walking out ramp, Bit having to take the heads-up fight. Brolan wins it. They're leaking in towards the lower side. There's multiple NAVI bodies there. JL stalls them, but then here's Shui.
That was magical. And it's always scary in the back. You can see to just take that additional time to make sure that Fred comes through, but ready to pivot onto Wonderful as well. And this looks quick. Pace change into the 5-7s. It could have been scary.
Hero M4.
And already using that Hero M4 to great use. Now we get the 5-7 in the feed. Alexi B plucks another out the CT vent. They're swarming, and it's working. MOUZ with a aggressive approach, but it's immediately been sent straight back to hell. That's a humbling round to lose.
They're already tracking, making sure Torji can't save. Spotted 1, Alexi. With the information is just going to pivot away immediately. They know now that he was heading towards spawn for the save, so multiple avenues to try and take this gun away. Keep this round quick.
What a horrible position for Torji to be in. There's so much time on this clock. So much time for the CTs to be finding a different angle.
Well, that's a way back in some way. The fact that first fight's happened now, he's actually starting to have a little bit of a look.
Yeah, not far off, actually. Solid attempt, but they try and change up the pace, and it's punished. See this one again. Now, JL, we didn't catch it immediately, but he charges into Hut, takes down Brolan, and that awakens Imma and Alexi to find themselves some frags with the sidearms.
Yeah, and those 2 MP9 kills that he just got in that round previous, facilitating a little bit of extra cash for him to go for that type of a fight. It's a bit of a bonus there for NAVI to bounce back immediately, especially after 2 rounds in a row. Wonderful getting opening kills in the AWP and rounds not converted. So that is a lifeline to keep their head above water on their CT side. MOUZ would have already been looking at 5. Sorted for you ASAP and get back underway. But a free AWP for Wonderful is going to feel exactly that. Still money for MOUZ to purchase, no dramas there, but getting to the end of the finances if they cannot set the winning ways back in action. That was pistol round with conversion for NAVI. First gun round, MOUZ were victorious, and that was 4 on the trot until we do see NAVI posting their 3rd.
Here we go, round 8, second map. Already NAVI have put up more of a fight. Wonderful presented with a smoke wall. Information on the cross, no longer a possibility. They'll throw their HE, nothing behind it, but just Zershan trying his luck, and Wonderful on the second clear is good for it. Charging Bit, testing him. Wonderful in support, shy of the mark. The flash obscures him. Not gonna go for the repeat. Bit ducks under. Already good rotations from NAVI. With this man advantage, they can hold on to it. Crossfire established. Bit and Ime to be tested. Bit with an AK is a terrifying prospect for anyone up against him. Jimmy working his way into the angle. Imet ready to receive. And ahead of the play is Bit. Goes hunting for Brolan. Does a lot with that. Jimmy, however, is kicking up a fuss. That could have been a disaster. JL commits to the spray successfully. And Torji, I would say unwinnable. This is Torji we're talking about, and he has time. And he has, ooh, damage onto Wonderful. A block, a burst, and not enough. He thought he'd done more damage with that wallbang.
Yeah, likely thinking it was the leg shot, right? So the burst fire should have finished him, but the fact it was through the wall, you can see his reaction in the cam. He would have really started to heat up with that one because he could have pivoted wherever he wanted. There was time to work with on Torji. The trade work from Jimmy, especially focusing on that second. Yeah, look, it was only chipped into just below half HP, so still had some work to do.
Yeah, wanted to catch how much Jimmy put down towards JL there, towards control. That's his reaction to his death. Felt like a labored spray from both of them.
If you're Jimmy, you take two that far forward. It was JL, you know, once he's that low on ammo, he was in trouble. Well, we're just down to the pistols here. Jimmy with a Deagle, the rest with Glocks. Shui showing more than a bit of shoulder will be removed from Bit, who Bit's been challenged a couple of times over towards ramp. Keep searching, keep farming. Bloody Glocks.
Good one. That's a very awkward one.
Guys, that's two guns. I know one of them's only an MP9, but still, that's two weapons they can pick up. Not another fight with the Glock at range. Come on now.
Let's call our jets here, fellas. Wonderful realizes he should probably get away. I say that. No, he doesn't. He pulls out a Deagle and starts looking like he wants to fight. Zershan gets that M4. Him is not shy. He's not scared.
They've already got more than they were worth in this round, MOUZ. So if they do somehow manage to get a plant out of it,
imagine.
There's no way.
Yeah, especially with this rotation, it's very well done. NXEB's heard all of this. Wonderful's going to be coming through ramp. Door opens. Zershan trying his luck, seeing if he can get away with another kill. He's in trouble. He does transfer into one. Ime down. Okay.
Where the hell was Ime looking?
I don't know. He's on his own little adventure. He's on a side quest.
Well, wasn't any secret of the business of exertion there.
Loud as hell.
Yeah, it couldn't have been louder.
Been around.
All right, well, 3 kills with just 1 Deagle invested. You'll take that if you are MOUZ. It's Cycron's time to get on the microphone with the tactical timeout. There, 30 seconds of a conversation. It's been 3 back consecutive from NAVI, with the bomb not going down in any of them. So, would look to change that as the first key. Hey guys, let's try and get into the side. Let's see if we can put ourselves in some post plants. Juggling the guns across. We'll make sure that everybody has everything they require on NAVI. You can see how strapped they are. There's almost diffused kits across the board. Head armor for everybody. Incendiaries, smoke. So they can open these rounds, stall out MOUZ, and they'll have good responses. You can see nades being left as well to deal with smoke walls.
Wonderful loves an aggressive maneuver. This time Torji was ready, but Wonderful's quicker. On the AWP, leaves with 2. Roland didn't get a chance. Top of the silo, loses his head. And that's what you want to see from players like Wonderful.
He has been very active with looking for CT side openings. The ramp pick, obviously outside. He's had it from a multitude of different angles now. He's tried that same play a few times, but this time going wide around red.
It's reminiscent of the simple CT side AWP we used to talk about.
And I think if the rationale is, hey, let's try and get Wonderful to get these picks early, it doesn't allow MOUZ to go for mid to late round executes, right? It really just unravels them, and now they're in the mid round. They're having to piece things together on the fly without any space, thanks to Wonderful.
They're coming coming for Jimmy. This is a full-in angle, and he doesn't get a thing from it. Wonderful, a quick scope.
Hands to his head there from Jimmy as well. He could have done a lot more.
Yeah, down the vents, JL lets him know.
Sure, he has
Wonderful.
a smoke.
Wait, we could be on for an ace here. If he can punish with the clear, Shui's going to be sitting duck for a fourth. Wonderful quad kill, and Alexibi puts it all to bed. That's the impact we're seeing from Wonderful now. He is comfortable.
It's got to feel nice for Wonderful heating up in this fashion. Already at 15 kills. We're 10 rounds deep, but no matter where he goes, he's hitting absolute bangers. This second one to top silo without X-Ray, just a little head poking over the top. Punishes Brolin, who was looking to get him as he scampers away.
This half is just a frag movie from Wonderful. Seems brave to be taking the majority of your squad, in fact the whole team, going towards Wonderful's domain. Alexibi will throw out the initial clear, flashes, and despite all of that, does miss the shot, miss the info window. Shui tries to wrap through main. Oh, ahead of them. There's a lot of Tech 9s running your way here, man. Now you've gone down, your rifle falls into enemy hands, wants to put that into someone healthy.
He's been heard.
He's going to get caught out here. Completely deleted by Zershan. This is falling apart. Falling to pieces for NAVI. Another one for MOUZ. Brolin lays down the law with that AK-47. How funny, how quickly things can go wrong on Nuke.
Yeah, and you could see that it got ahead of two players there. Emma as well with the rotation. He was late on it, and then he just gets overwhelmed. And then the same for Bit. They heard him jump down ramp, and Exertion was already pushed up. So ahead of schedule, but right on time for MOUZ. Do get their fifth, and they can still tie up the half at 6-6. So now, as far as the rounds are concerned, right, we are looking for a MOUZ great T-half, 5. That's great. You're happy with that. You're more than happy to go into the halftime break, big smile on your face, knowing that you've done more than enough, and that was without the pistol. Maybe we'll hold on to a couple of rifles. There's money to buy. Wonderful's AWP can come out. A drop can go over to Emma. Bit could buy himself, but they can also hook him up. Just make sure everybody's full on the util. But this was just a lighter investment from MOUZ. Pistols in the hands. Impromptu smoke wall towards Yard. A bit of a distraction from Shui. You can see Bit frustrated with that one.
Yeah, understandably so. Just a half investment from MOUZ, and they managed to pull across that 5th round. Will it be 6? Now we'll be looking for an edge into that second half. Wonderful indeed. Again, bests Torji. Rolling in that off angle. Overlooked by Wonderful. Forward position. Flushed out by the flames. Down goes Alexi. He's done everything he can. Zershan, however, has managed to get away with that. How is he still alive? Wonderful. Couldn't finish him off. A tag onto Zershan, the double kill. And now they know that top site's theirs. Molly stomps Bit up the ladder. Braun bringing that bomb through. Nade can finish him off right now. Bit, 4 HP, gets the frag. Element of surprise, but traded. He's up to Wonderful to come up clutch. 16 frags, but this one has a round hanging in the balance of his decisions. Zershan looks away. Wonderful pips the gap. Did he
Saw the
see
head.
him? Yep, teammates have told him. Pre-aim is perfect. It's 6-6 at the half. MOUZ, spectacular turn of events for them. The last 2 rounds of that half of theirs. And they tie us up even Stevens at the half.
set, go.
Esports World Cup continues. The semi-final has had a little bit of everything. First was a quickie. 14 rounds was all we needed to conclude Dust2. And now NAVI and MOUZ meet in the second half of Nuke. A 6-6 scoreline. NAVI finding a couple of early leads, closed down by MOUZ in the final two.
Yeah, more than a couple, Alex. Wonderful was 6-0 in opening duels, but I want to focus on the O. MOUZ only managed to get one opening kill in the entire first half and still managed 6 rounds.
Well, that's testament to their team play. Strong individuals on MOUZ. Waterfall smoke and searching outside with the P250 is wonderful. Dropping onto the main roof. Surgeon has help. Rollins with him, but Image run him down. That's the fight the clock is looking for. Only the one from Shui. And JL deleted by Torji. Maybe there's more to be said about this one than I thought. Mantling up quickly is Bit. Jimmy underneath towards Hell. Torji. Is he anticipating this angle from Imeh, holding just a tight gap? Doesn't find the conversion. Now he looks to reposition. Jimmy the same. The windows are broken. Options available. And Torji down. Big frag from Imeh. Oh, loud up the ladder. Quick turn and wonderful. With his 17th. Yeah, not just openings. He was just fragging in general.
Okay, both pistols starting to look like a recipe for success for NAVI. This is MOUZ's pick of Nuke. We're discussing the comfort in the map of both these teams. Mirage, the third and deciding map of this series if necessary. You get stereo opening kills from Emma and Bit. It does make things a whole lot easier. Torji between a bit of rock and a hard place, and Jimmy unable to assist. Wonderful with a perfect toss to the bomb, and well, fast A into the forced buy.
See how this goes. SMG from Brolin doesn't get anything done. A bit of damage onto Alexi B. Body shots for Shui could work, and they do. Need another, and nails JL. Pinned down. Imeh brings him down. You need to rush this plant. NAVI, you have the top side. Jimmy uncomfortable. Rotations required. His teammate Loud up the ladder. Got a good idea as to where two of them are.
Waiting for the sound cue. Now the nade comes in.
Softened up. Very good nade damage. Both Bit and Imeh catching that one. Torji. Well, that smoke's a bit deep. He will have something to work with upon the first one fading. Look at that. A misplay. Could have the element of surprise. Imeh staring at it, but with that low HP from the nade. Now on Tetris. Re-smoke is good. Imeh and Bit. Tidy things up. NAVI not wasting any time, just straight into the top site.
Oh, as we always say, that round's worth 2 because it was the Force. By now it'll have to be the MOUZ Eco. So 9, almost the destiny for NAVI, putting themselves just a few rounds away from closing this one out. Tough for MOUZ. A good attempt on the Force Spike. The nade damage doing a bit, but the Deagle's not able to land those shots, and they felt like they had smokes coming out of everywhere, NAVI. There was even the ability to redeploy after that missed main smoke.
NAVI are chilling now. Oh, it's JL's SMG just farming up cash. Exertion caught out on the dismount. Another MAC-10 frag. So they're going to be flush for cash here. Triple kill with that. He's already got 1,800 in his back pocket, has JL. Oh, that's Torji. And there finishes us off. Sends Torji down the slide of Secret.
Well, Shui can drop the AWP across to Torji. They can make this purchase happen for the first gun round of the second half. 3 rounds difference, and MOUZ need to respond immediately. They were able to do so in the first half of play after the pistol, their full eco, and then the guns coming into their hands. Can they do the same now that they're on the defense? That's the opener for NAVI. Early smoke all towards yard, door blown off. Harass utility towards main. Torji's getting hot.
Lucky to get away with his life there. Very low. JL was found first blood. Rollins having a tough time on Nuke. 4 and 12. Exertion looks destined for success on the edge of the smoke, but it is fading.
Full committed now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is going to have to focus up. And there does present his head. Good work from Exertion. Puts us into an even 4-on-4. As just Jimmy looks away, Bit starts clearing. The timing, it favored Jimmy, but Bit too good. And already an uncomfortable round for MOUZ. If they go down lower, you're not going to be looking at a retake. And Alexi B knows that.
Well, these were the moments on Dust2 where NAVI fumbled, but they've completely outmaneuvered MOUZ this time round, so it should be looking good for the 10th. And then as soon as the site is given over, you'd be expecting MOUZ to have to save, running out of rounds.
That's a bit overextended by Bit.
Still tough to get back in from where they currently reside, MOUZ.
Don't even know if you're going to give it a look in. 2 of them gambling towards the low side, flying up that vent's a death sentence. Exertion knows it.
We start piecing this round together. Shui can smoke off Squeaky Door from main. And then flash in and up the vent for Exertion.
Yeah, but JL's good for it.
Either needed to be a deeper smoke or a shallower smoke. One of the 2, really.
Shui's going to get run down, loses everything as well, so they are going to punish as much as they can. They even want the orb. They are not done. Wonderful doesn't want to buy one. He wants to take one. JL's on his way.
Oh, hit the brakes. All right. Well, they'll let him hold on to it.
Oh.
Well, no, with where well, I'm guessing in that sense, he probably should have given it a crack.
Yeah, that's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world.
I think the thing is where you know the finances. Yeah, look at that. JL nice and deep behind that molly. But impactful kills for JL in this first gun round. But with the saved AWP and where the finances are at, you know that MOUZ, if they do opt to invest, it isn't going to be the best to buy. So you think, okay, he can hold on to the orb, but what are they going to have around it? And actually, they've been able to whip something together that's somewhat respectable. So whether about that 35-50 on the likes of Jimmy, he can get out at A1S and armor. Exertion's been able to treat himself to a little bit of U2. I think Shui might have to operate with a lighter weapon, so more utility. They are going to juggle across the nades to work out who needs what. You need at least one to be blocking that top side. So Exertion and Brolin have been given the incendiaries. Well, Exertion and Brolin have been given pretty much all of the nades. Shui's even invested in a decoy. We'll see if that has any rewards. MOUZ, how do you crowbar your way into this game?
Torji going for the hyper-aggressive peek, and it was close to being nice first blood onto JL.
It's good that he still has the balls to look for that. In the previous, obviously, going through main and just getting singed down, a different way to take that fight, but he's pinned for now.
He's moving. He's moving quite quickly. More passive stance from the lobby hold. He throws out a well-placed nade.
Very deep.
Torji searching. Cleared, left eye, Wonderful has the advantage. Down goes the AWPer again, and JL builds upon it. Brawler to the white screen. Oh, this team play is looking too good from NAVI. From 0 to 100. You're hanging out in lobby, you let that first fight be found. Wonderful plays it well, locked him in with that Molotov. Just crouched into the AWPer's angle. As an AWPer himself, he knows a good fight's a good fight. Version dead, Bit not messing around with any knives. He's just there for the headshots. He's here for the third map. He wants to take it the distance.
Your choices for MOUZ heading forward. Loss bonus going to be maxed out going into the next round, right? 3,400 coming into the bank balance. Jimmy loses everything. Emma takes it away. So what? You take a partial, and then you full buy, and the scoreline is 12-6. You need 6 consecutive rounds just to take it to overtime. Now, obviously, this is not as dominant as map number 1, a 13-1 scoreline, but this second half, it's been dominant indeed. Not a single CT-sided round for MOUZ. And it's not like they haven't been trying. Torji's had a couple of attempts at going aggressive towards lobby looking for these fights, but he has not found the opening kills in the same success that Wonderful did within that first half of play. And opening kills, they are few and far between for MOUZ within this map. Within the first half, only one, that was for Brolin. The rest were all for NAVI. In the second half, you see here, they're even struggling.
Cyclone focusing his attention towards Torji there. You could see even after his death, he was started to kind of give him some sort of hand signal. Now takes his time. Look him in the eyes.
I can't believe they're actually shoving. Okay, well, it makes sense. Obviously, when you're 12-6 down, you can't make a single mistake. But it's not like you're able to break the bank of NAVI anytime soon. You're going in ill-equipped, worse weapons, worse util. And another opening death. Brolin down to jail once more.
Bit flies in desertion.
Wrecked.
Yeah, this is just unbelievable pace out of NAVI. It doesn't feel fair. This T side, these individuals are just shining. Bro, look at that, 1 minute 25. 1 minute 25, he's up heaven. Torji wondering what on earth he's supposed to do with the FAMAS in vents. 5 alive for NAVI. You pushed all of your chips to the center of the table in this one, and you haven't even got a kill to celebrate.
Yeah, this resets any of the concerns that we may have had after map number 1 being such a blowout. Maybe these two teams should change their map picks.
I think so, yeah. It's been a while since we had this, where both teams look better on their opponent's pick.
I think this is one of those factors, though, right, that we haven't seen these two teams lock horns before. Right. So going into it, you're going somewhat blind. They would play each other in practice and maybe have a good idea how things look, but coming out of the break, haven't played each other in 2024, have never played each other with these rosters. So a lot of unknowns. It's one thing we definitely know, that it's been two dominant back-to-back maps to kick off this semi-final.
Greed, a deadly sin. Going for that M4, it cost him his life. Not that it was a guarantee he was going to survive. The swing was coming. But will they have the perfect E side? I mean, this has been 6 on the trot. You know, we framed that first half saying MOUZ would be happy with 6, and they should have been. That's kind of the impression that they were going to put up a fight here on the CT side.
Yeah, they did more than enough on their T half. This CT side, they've just gone completely missing, and these constant buys. You're feeling under pressure, sure, but you look at these rifle rounds, they're not really rifle rounds. It's just cobbled together the best you can offer. Someone needs to provide an opening kill, or at least hold on without giving the opening death within the first few seconds. JL, he's been abusing Brolin. Now he's been able to source through an absolute massive gap. And the round can't get easier if you're NAVI. Get that bomb across, down secret. You've already got the vent rotation. Okay, there you go, an opening.
Yeah, but they have no idea about the JL descent.
2 players rotated down, however, for MOUZ.
So long as they don't opt for vents, then it's not going to come back to haunt them. They already know it's a possibility that low sight is the threat. Shui hiding out clock.
Suspiciously quiet, isn't it?
Usually an indicator that the low side is about to be crunched. No exception here. Here we go. JL investigating. They didn't Molotov in a dark position. Shui's rewarded for his first. And no way he gets away with a double. Immer gone, finally falls. Wonderful, down after 2. And Bit, he was just there to try and hold the secret stairs. Now he's got to do it all with 20 seconds. And it's already been watched. Oof, Jimmy didn't finish his meal. But 15 seconds, a bit clutches, a bit far.
Have to let go of the shift key, wouldn't you, Bit?
Yeah, he's out of there.
You might have to get a move on, mate, if you want to win that one. Let's see if Brolin can find himself anything better than the Famous. Give him a weapon, mates. You give him something. Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, Brolin finding an opening. There you go. We'll get his 5th kill. Jimmy's cooled off a little bit. Only 7 kills for him as well. Let's see. Are MOUZ able to whir back in action, or will this just be the masterclass of the T side from NAVI? Sure, it's no longer the spotless record, but it can still be done quite quickly. And one of the difference makers being an opening kill in this one, Shui with the double. I think multi-kills for MOUZ have been pretty few and far between as well.
I'm sure it must be very affirming for Brolin to be, you know, loaned out to a team and then coming back and saying, yeah, we want you full time. I'm sure that does wonders for his confidence. Finding a bit of home in MOUZ. Jimmy, early start towards the secret site. Real focus of MOUZ here. Just some spam towards this corner. Nico, Donk, they love it.
Double pump of this smoke wall.
Wonderful on the red container, ready to punish. Turns away the flash. He should have a nice angle onto the AWPer. Taking down Wonderful is huge. Can he get away with his life? Ooh, damage onto him. JL prime position to catch Brolin searching, and already the pieces crumble for MOUZ. Bit drops down, loses his life. Zershan is in trouble, as is JL. It's a big frag from Torji. Alexi and Imet trying to get into this B site. This is a challenge for Imet. Can he find another? Oh, he's going to have to do it all there. Good work from Shui. Finds the angle onto the plant. Lexi not accounting for it. And there is a round for MOUZ. This is it's a big ask.
It's a big ask considering how much residual cash NAVI still has. They can buy again in this round, and they can even buy again into the next. And then every round that they lose, with 12 already in the back pocket, the loss bonus is building. So any round that they put a dent in, it gets a little bit sketchy for MOUZ. The bomb goes down. They're in positions to buy and buy and buy. And even if it isn't a full buy, it can be Tech 9s with armor. So it will always be threatening. MOUZ have no easy rounds for them. As Blade is getting on the mic for the second tactical timeout, this is going to be an extremely tough way back into the game. 4 rounds more required for MOUZ, and that's just to take us to overtime.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm intrigued. So he calls a timeout. Alexi and Ime both start staring at their notes. I would like us to keep an eye on Ime and Alexi. And of course, all of NAVI in this next round of play. Blade thinks he's found the solution. He's found the way to put that 13th on the board. Just 2 CT rounds so far from MOUZ. 3 alive in the previous.
Early smoke wall again from NAVI. Standard CT opener. Glaive smoke deep in Sentry. Waterfall lands. Exertion forward. No AWP for Wonderful, even though he could have purchased it. This is going to flush Exertion back. Nobody top silo to punish. JL's had Brolin in his pocket as far as this squeaky door rotation exchange has been concerned.
That's for sure.
Smoke wall landing late. What type of rotation they're hoping to force? This forward position of Exertion may be unexpected.
It's top side util. Being lined up. Deep smoke squeak may delay them. Won that sight line. Will he even overlook this corner? He will clear it.
Oh my God.
Wow, he wrecks Zershan. 4 frags away from map 3. Shui eats the flash. Good util, but no commitment. They're trying to shake up the CTs, get them moving, and it's again JL on Brolan. This head-to-head has been very difficult for Brolan. 5-16. JL has his number.
All on Shuey, only one to defend this. The other two on the lower side.
He knows he's got to be a hero on this then.
Needs to.
At a minimum. Just glanced away. Here's the audible steps of Wonderful. Goes back. For the distraction for Alexi. Clears him off, and NAVI off the back of the timeout, make it look clean.
Valuable 30 seconds from Blade. The 13th round all but secure now. We're going to have ourselves a 2v5 retake. Bomb down. 40 seconds already ticking, and Wonderful's on the hunt.
He can't quite believe his luck, but he's now overlooked Jimmy.
Well, knows where both are.
Yep.
Information.
That's all you need. And a headshot from Alexi certainly makes things easier. Jimmy 1. 3 left to find, and he's down to bit. NAVI take us the distance. Both teams taking their opponent's map pick. There's a brand new head-to-head for us Counter-Strike fans. We will need 3. Mirage is where this one will be chosen.
Impressive bounce back after the 13-1 on their map choice, but as we entered the half, the pistol win, and even on the anti-eco, they were getting a great teams to the test. In this event, NAVI played Furia, and they won 13-5. Furia beat MOUZ 13-11. So Counter-Strike Maths, Alex, would have NAVI beating MOUZ for this one. But there's a couple of other things we need to look at. NAVI are currently 5 on the trot on Mirage. Whereas up until that loss to Furia, MOUZ had won 12 consecutive and have only lost the map twice this year, the other loss being to Spirit. So both teams quite proficient on Mirage, and a big reason why we do find this is the third and deciding, but the fact that they've never played each other, we're going to put the head-to-head to the test. This boost for Wonderful, who was an absolute gun just on Nuke. Maybe a big reward for Alexi's defense.
Yeah, gets that smoke out in time. Zershan, he's down and out and ready to contribute. You can hear them coming. Back his turn, that boost position rewarded. Wonderful just spins around for another. A great nuke from Wonderful, and he's starting off Mirage in a similar footing. Torji, his steps have been heard. Zershan's still playing around this smoke. JL seems well aware of him and should have taken him down. Wonderful, however, has managed to find 3 in this round, and it's bit. Wraps it all up, puts a bow on it. NAVI take the leap towards starting this CT side strong. Blade looks happy with that one.
And it's Wonderful put into position to profit, right? These B hits on pistol rounds, it's something that you see pretty common, and the fact that he's in that sleeper position, he goes overlooked. Alexi takes initial contact, they have to play over towards short, but Wonderful delivers the necessary impact. You're going to get boosted up, you're going to be the sleeper cell. Well, you need to deliver for the team, and based on Nuke, you're going to trust him time and time again. No bomb going down, another pistol against MOUZ, and this will be a full eco, other than the Deagle, the $700 hand cannon for Exertion to see if they can try and take a rifle or 2 away. With the Glocks on Nuke, they got a couple of kills. Let's see if they can do any damage and take their time about this. Yanko wanted to see if Shuey would be the difference maker. Struggled. Publicly tweeted saying he didn't have the best of times on Mirage versus Furia. Well, we'll see if he can find his form again, because so far in the first 2 maps, he's definitely had his moments. Quite a forward stance towards middle. Shouldn't take too much action. Just be that Deagle top middle removed. There's the biggest threat. Wonderful hearing this. Takes down Shuey on the retreat. And as they waterfall out, it's Bit's turn to mop up. Bomb will not go down. Oof. Takes some damage for his troubles, but the cavalry on the way. Wonderful will get another 3-piece feed in the first 2 rounds of the game. So up to 6. And I think the prospect of having 2 flary AWPers who are very happy to take fights, Wonderful and Torji locking horns as this game continues. We'll wait and see for the snipers to come out, because the first rifle round we will not.
FAMAS enjoyers on the NAVI side.
I think when your opponent has tendencies, or if they don't get the plan and you're not expecting the force buy, and you buy into a lot of SMGs, you know the rifle's coming out into the next, and you're stuck with like 3 MP9s. I know the FAMAS is inadequate compared. It's better to have SMG, that.
Right,
yeah,
I see you. Well, there's an early bit of friction taken. I think JL's going to think twice about sticking around, and Shuey must extinguish. He wants to play from the top, but Wonderful will punish. He's kept humble, and Imet not ready for a trade of Jimmy. 2 through underpass works out for the early exchange. Jimmy evades majority of that nade. Still down to 86, susceptible to a bit more of that FAMAS and MP9.
Looked a bit disjointed there, but I'd say it's worked out for MOUZ. One player on the extremity, that's going to be Brolin, just tasked with dealing with any A pushes or maybe look for a fight of his own. But we were highlighting how he had a tough time going head-to-head with JL in that second half of Nuke. We'll see if he can bounce back. Map number 3, where this one's going to matter the most, essentially just down to a best of 1. Bit searching and playing for some info. He came alive as well on Nuke. Let's see, can he shut this down, because they will be heading his way.
Bit's pushing forward. This is going to be a very early warning system. He's got the shadow advantage if he sticks around here. Torji down, Bit. Huge work, Bit! Masterful work, managing his angles. And that SMG felt like an advantage, and Brolan, he's been spotted. Doesn't go down, though, to the Alexi FAMAS. He is going to go hunting for him now, though. Alexi finishes what he started, and it's Navi winning out the first gun round. They leave with the AK-47s as a reward.
Yeah, Bit putting himself in one of everybody's favorite deathmatch angle.
Yes.
He spawned over towards that A ramp. All right, I'll catch him as they're leaving T-spawn, coming for that ramp fight. Yeah, just going back and forth. Quite comfy with that one.
I saw an interesting clip of Siren from back in the Spirit days where he was talking about how him and Magix would play DM with comms as a way to warm up, to get used to kind of communicating and shooting. I'd never heard of that before.
Well, that's interesting.
Maybe I'm going to start doing that.
We used to, fortunately, we get ourselves very light by here. We used to have different drills, especially when you go back and play in Australia. And this was when I was even just a source professional. We would have drills that Booms, the in-game leader, would have for us where we wouldn't use any in-game sound. We would only comm. We'd even play some games where we wouldn't use any utility.
Well, that just sounds mad. I guess, what was that in pursuit of?
In trading, right? Making sure you were playing with your teammates and stuff.
Wonderful's got himself his 8th. Might even be a 9th here on the agenda, I suppose. And that's not if Inmer's going to steal that one away. Good deagle work from MOUZ. They're always a threat. Not far off the mark on to Bit either. There we have it. 4th round comes home for Na'Vi. The guns will be coming back out for MOUZ.
So what was the spread? 7 rounds required. Oh, they love the chicken around tip.
What they wanted.
All you have to do is ask. But in that second half, right, it was 9 rounds played. They won 7, I'm pretty sure. Now we're into first half map 3. That's another 4. So what, they've lost 2 of the last 15? That could be bad math, so I did that real quick.
Not going to be fact-checked by me.
Someone at home will be these idiots. All right, MOUZ, let's see if you can get on the board, start getting the T rounds rolling. This is where it's the most important.
This is a very direct call. Just fighting mid, and Wonderful welcomes it. Escort Sertion straight back to spawn with an aggressive but not far off the mark. Whistles one past the ear of that top.
He is feeling himself.
Into Torji. He's just acting like he knows he's the best player on the server.
The repeats that he's going for and the certainty that he's taking in these angles, wonderful. This is the ceiling that we know and love from this kid.
Yeah, the molly's great for Alexi B, but he's long gone by the time that Nate clears the smoke.
The old Finn versus the new. Alexi playing with his brother once upon a time. Oh, after Wonderful has started the round off in that fashion, you were going for the mid control. Again, you're left in these situations where you don't even have any space. So you have to force your way in. If Navi play it by the book, this is a power play position. They have a 2-man advantage. This isn't just a 1-player, right? This is a situation where they can extremely batten down the hatches, and MOUZ need a multi-kill of their own to brute force in.
I think it has to be Shui. Shui has to do something spectacular here. And, well, 1 onto Alexi's a good start. However, JL's angle too good onto Brolan. Shui gets across. Good find from Jimmy. Maybe they can piece this together. That spam through the smoke on market window. Commits to the spray. Look at the damage he's inflicted. Maybe Jimmy's got some in here. What's he cooking? First is great. 50 HP. Maybe he can do something with this. Low ammo isn't a problem when you hit the head. 1 bullet left. He's up against Wonderful, though. Opts for the Glock. That's crazy. Wonderful. Is he got it in him? It's Jimmy, baby. That is a clutch for MOUZ's first in the 3rd. Outrageous from Jimmy. Swapping to the Glock is audacious.
That is insane, that second kill. 5 bullets left after the first. Peeks out towards short. Hits an absolute banger. And this is how the round started. Talking about how difficult, talk about how they need a multi. Well, Jimmy has been in an absolute fine form this tournament. Just went a little bit quiet on Nuke, but he is back with a bang. This young Finn, cool as a cucumber.
The box, Chad. 17 years of age.
They needed that. That's going to ignite some hope within MOUZ.
That is some stunning work. God, yeah, after everything Wonderful gave them, it's ripped away from them by the young Finn.
Stuns NAVI immediately into a tactical timeout. There's plenty of money for the buy. Alexi will have the only omission as far as the firepower is concerned. Thank God they can get Wonderful, his weapon of choice.
I mean, we talked about it. We said MOUZ is just chock-a-block full of young talent, and, well, Jimmy's putting his on display. Wonderful is as well. We said Mirage could be fun. Well, that's the first bit of it from MOUZ's side. And Wonderful's been doing it since round 1. And he might do it here in round 6, jumping for info. Something the new age AWPers are doing an awful lot of. Just look at m0NESY, look at Wonderful. Re-clear of the smoke. He's going aggressive. You're right, Chad. He's just feeling himself. Feeling the game.
He's not caged at all.
No,
right?
his mouse is like an extension of his arm. He is simply walking around as the man himself.
Yeah, they've allowed him. I'm sure the message is, hey, do whatever you want, kid.
Get out of here. Torji. Just read like a book. AWP on AWP, Wonderful collects. He's already scoped up, ready for Xerxon to go on his crawl, and I just don't fancy his chances up against this guy right now. Gets out. A missed shot from Wonderful, but look at that repeat. You have to molly him out just to stop him. In man, elevated angle. In transition, still gets away with the kill and gets out. Roland finishes the job. Dark occupied. Wonderful and Bit to defend A. Here comes the rest of MOUZ. Alexi B making it difficult for them. Good spam from Jimmy, finds him back. Brolan does some damage. It's finished by Shuey. Only Wonderful. Has he got a clutch for us? He certainly looks like he might. Catches Shuey, moonwalking in. Doesn't hit the flick. Brolan needs to reposition. 25 seconds. And repositions. He confirms the bomb's still in front of him. Advantage heavily in favor of the AWPer now. Anticipates Brolan closing that gap. Up and elevated. Oh! Brolan! Can't quite believe that one. Wonderful, ready for it. I need to see that one again in slow motion.
NAVI have the best seat in the house right now, getting to watch this through the eyes of Wonderful. Another opener, keep racking these up. It's a bit of a shame I don't have a tally going, because from Nuke now to Mirage, he just keeps adding them. Roland does a very good job from the power's position, finds the trade. Jimmy spins on a dime, takes down Alexi, who struggles. They had noted the position a bit. That was great. Shuey with another. And then Wonderful. Damn.
Who's ready for that? Wonderful is. The face from these players. Professional Counter-Strike players just looking in awe of what their teammate is capable of.
Tough for Brolan there. MOUZ ropes. I think that's something that's played into the contributing factor of this little partial buy. They might even be able to get it done with the pistols. We saw them on Nuke be able to do it with the fast secret round. Looks to be util over towards the B side. Now, this is meant to draw the attention of the short players, start to have that rotation come. Jimmy denied immediately. And then this mid lurk comes through. Wonderful, almost caught. Bullets don't land.
Oh yeah, Xerxon's a dead man now, swinging out to back him up. It's JL, one bullet short, but Imez there to cover. Nothing in this one from MOUZ. They try it. They try their luck.
See the idea, it even worked, right? The rotation, immediately everybody took their eyes off. They go, oh wait, they're trying to exploit our in-game leader. They're heading over, but the fact that they find the opening on the push in, there's the AWP again, same line, same result.
Yeah, there's nothing in there for them. Oh, Torji. Nice shot, but it's not going to get him anywhere. There's still NAVI. Looking like a complete brick wall.
I think there's bigger concerning point at the moment is within the rounds that NAVI have been winning, MOUZ haven't even been getting the bomb down. And the only round that they did win was a Jimmy clutch. And the spectacular clutch at that, an absolute beauty from Jimmy, but you can't replicate that. That's not something you can turn to time and time again and say, hey, Jimmy, just win us a 1v3.
Now the ramp, Shui throwing caution to the wind with an aggressive push. Under pressure, triple, nearly adjusts into Imet. But that's another opening kill, favors Na'Vi already. An advantage for Na'Vi to take 7.
We'll miss the con smoke.
Dead to wonderful, a quick scope. Clear of the smoke, might have another here. Torji does pull the trigger. Wonderful not gonna fire spam. Instead he snaps into Torji. This is ridiculous now. Wonderful is ascending to higher levels. You talked about ceiling, Chad. I think he has raised the roof. And now JL, he'll catch one through the apartments. Jimmy left alone in a 1v4. He's done it once. I don't think he's doing it again. Alexi doesn't either. Finds himself an AK for the next round of play. Na'Vi making mincemeat of MOUZ.
Look at the luxury you have on Navi. The fact that you can just have wonderful patrolling middle, which seemingly feels on his own. Ima, the connector player, just gets to play over towards A, be under the balcony. Shui sees the jump spot coming out from Ticket, thinks they're playing retake A. Almost takes down Ima. Actually, there was a real chance for Shui there, but couldn't connect. This is going to be the second tactical timeout, and they are in hot water, MOUZ. At the moment, they can only walk away with 5 rounds in total on this T side. And that's if they're lucky.
Watching this without X-Ray, you'll really get to appreciate
Yeah,
just
that's what's doing justice to the kills, isn't it?
Yeah, for real.
Because it's looking quick with X-Ray, and you're taking it off, it just adds a whole different layer to it. Wonderful is playing some of the best Counter-Strike I think I've seen him play.
He's chosen a fantastic day to do it. Don't forget how this series started, Chad. Don't forget.
Well, look, you know, if we go into tomorrow and you have Navi taking on G2, I always like these little anime battles, like Monacy versus Wonderful. They all love it. I'm sure they live and breathe it, and it's great to get our version of it in Counter-Strike. Here's a change, MOUZ.
Wonderful starts A for the first time. Almost like they're ready. Reading the play. Missed shot on the swing through. They're out.
Immediately peeking.
And once more, pushes triple. How is he not scared? He's not scared of anything. Misses his shot. Jimmy will bring him down. Humbles them. Maybe MOUZ have got a second round up for debate here. JL and Alexi sweeping through the A site, and they're going to confirm that nobody's out. So they are ahead of the play.
Yeah, very long rotation. And the fact that Na'Vi, I think the conversation they had after map number 1 is like, guys, let's fight. Because a lot of these times they're taking the peaks. They're not letting the game just simmer. Like, look how active this is. And they're going to hear it. Hello.
Here they come. JL already knows Alexi B can be the first contact. JL's going to be overlooked, or even better, Torji drives by, gets the info.
I see now.
It is uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, but they still bail themselves out of trouble. An 8 for Na'Vi. Could they give him the same treatment?
Yeah, Dust2 doesn't matter anymore, does it?
A distant memory for Na'Vi. Living in the present. I think Wonderful is gifted. The only round you have is a Jimmy clutch. And you can't be asking them to do that again. Torji takes his AWP, eats the flash, reveals it. Towards the B apartments. JL, proactive on short, goes searching mid.
It's a good thing we were putting that Counter-Strike maths to the test, wasn't it, Alex?
Yeah, Counter-Strike math is flawless. We all know it. And Wonderful this time going to be caught out through the smoke. Good tracking from Zershin. And a molly makes life difficult for him. He can edge, or he can just fly over the stairs and nearly go down to the spam. Zershin looks like a man on a mission this round. Great damage. 50 HP. So uncomfortable, but Jimmy, he gives them a nice way out. You can get into window now. I've cleared it. Imed gone. Just watching through those remaining 3 POVs. JL boosted up on short side. They cut the noise. Let that uncertainty grow. Impending doom for Alexi and JL. Need to find one here, and he does commit to the spam successfully. Shui down, big frag from JL. If they turn this around, MOUZ, I don't know what they've got. Oh no, Alexi gets one, but there's Xertion and Jimmy. Good for it, bit disconnected from the play. And Xertion's already ready to catch him out. They have a good idea that he's coming out from A, and Xertion beheads him. Necessary round here from MOUZ.
You said Xertion looks like a man on a mission. Someone has to step up and try and take this map control and help out Jimmy a little bit, who's sitting at the top of the scoreboard for MOUZ. 12 kills, the clutch, and then Impact now in their second round. It was Xertion also with that multi. So the two of them doing a good job of forcing these fights and taking a lot of room, making the map feel a little bit smaller for NAVI. You win this one, MOUZ, and look, NAVI aren't going to have any money. You're going to be able to post 4 before the half, or at least put yourself in a very good position to do so.
Going heavy mid, that's been spotted early by Shui. Just bravely swings on out to confirm it now. Bit of uncomfortable position for him here to find himself in, and he tries his luck at an aggressive move. It's resulted in an opening kill for Shui. Bit and Wonderful have some angles though, if you dare. Test them on Con.
Dear diary.
He knows where he is. Molly's going to force a bit wide. Whoa, Xertion couldn't finish him off, and Wonderful's nade has found Shui.
This is big from Brolin.
Yeah, he's taking some active fights. Takes that space, takes the frag, bit gone. Awkward now for NAVI, coming through that murder hole. Roland deletes another, transfers into Alexi, puts him low. Jimmy and Torji to piece together this third. As we discussed, this is almost for 2 rounds here. Don't forget, NAVI's money. As Bogdan's law still stands when Europa has 17 frags.
Torji has a smoke. Where does he deploy this at the moment? Crisis seems somewhat averted. Okay, well, going to get the smoke down to make sure he can plant that bomb. Only towards spawn. Now he should be going for the digits. Alexi with the rotation around the world. AWP won't be able to see anything, but Wonderful hitting everything. Softens up Torji.
Do you give this one a look? Alexi certainly is. Wonderful going to route back towards this fight. Jimmy ahead of the play. And he does nail it. Damn, Wonderful actually dinged him.
Alexi should save. Make sure you have this ult for the final round. Wonderful's been good with the opening kills again. Hold on to this. Give yourself and the star player the best chance to see if you can find 9.
I'm baffled that Wonderful nearly actually won that duel. The round could have been on, would have been on. Spam on Torji nearly connecting. Dink onto Jim. So 8-3, but yeah, I'm not ready to say fourth the guarantee with the save of the AWP.
Just looking at the little details, though, I think that's really good space being taken from Brolin when he understands how many players are over towards mid and connector. Right? You think about the tussle that Xertion's having. That information, it needs to be capitalized upon. Right? The Wonderful nade, Imma, bit, all that type of damage. The fact that Brolin does walk on out and take that room and get 2, almost 3 kills. He's the one that put Alexi low. It forced that AWP to be dropped across because of Bogdan's law. And then you find themselves walking in towards the round. So good impact from Brolin. Look, there's not a lot of kills. There's also not a lot of rounds.
Yeah, there's some aggression out of JL's SMG. Already clearing out B apartments, so that information is going to be flowing. He's going to be saying nothing B, lads. Alexi B, however, feeling some pressure. Incendiary to reposition. Ladder room now occupied by MOUZ. Mid control. Slinks on out, and Brolin, a good clear. Takes down Bit on default. Wonderful's going to scarper to CT, see if he can find a way back into the round for NAVI. Looking good for MOUZ's conversion, but Wonderful pre-aiming Brolin. Takes down the Swede.
No kit for this.
JL actually finding Xertion. If he was to find another, it gets awkward. Wonderful tracking sandwich, takes down Shui. It's all onto Torji now. How has this gone wrong for MOUZ? On the bomb, missed shot, and down he goes. They've done it. JL and Wonderful. Don't know how they've done that. Have they done that? 9-3 on the half. NAVI, they're making light work of this defense. We'll be swapping sides after the break, and they are just a couple of rounds away from the grand final.
Honor 200 series, the best portrait phone AI empowered. Studio level, AI portrait camera, 3 hardcore portrait modes. Color, vibrant and classic to capture portraits that truly stand out. AI empowered magic portal. Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 AI chipset. 5,200 milliampere per hours silicon carbon battery, 100 watt. Honor Supercharge. This is Honor 200 series.
Esports World Cup 2024 bringing you the final map between MOUZ and NAVI. It's Mirage. G2 await to find out who will join them in the grand final tomorrow on Championship Sunday. We are live and direct for you from Riyadh. And at the half, Chad Birchall with the weather. It's looking bleak out there for MOUZ.
It was tough. I think the shining light was the Jimmy clutch. I'm happy to see some of the MOUZ players pick up their socks and be a little bit more aggressive, assertive as that half simmered out. The final round, I think, really should have been theirs. It should have been 8-4, but 9-3 is where we find ourselves, and they desperately need a pistol. They need to change the tune of the last map and this one.
Understandably, you just give Wonderful the P250, say go kill. Start searching. Alexi B dealing with an aggression from mid, and it's worked out wonderfully. Shui, he's found another, and now from underpass, the others arrive. That's the bomb on the back of Bit, and they're biffing. It's only him there now. Everyone's hit their shots. MOUZ, this mustn't win pistol, looking good. Everyone hitting their shots. Jimmy, the only one yet to contribute in the pistol. And he was responsible single-handedly for one of those 3 that MOUZ boast on the half. Imet giving it a go. 1 is all he gets. And it's Zershin. With, as you mentioned, some proactivity to try and pursue a bit more control in that first half. But
yeah, and the same in the pistol rounds, right? They've done something aggressive, they've got stuck in, and this is a gear that MOUZ have clearly had to turn on or turn up, right? Because map number 1, they were dominating. They knew everything that NAVI were getting up to, all the situations, even when the numbers were down, they managed to turn it on its head. Map number 2, the first half was serviceable, 6-6 at the half. That's great for a new T side. It's a CT side, they disappeared. And then they were getting swallowed up in this half. They've been struggling, and then it's like, boys, enough is enough. We need to start fighting back. And we saw moments of that. I think Jimmy reignited that. A couple of players with some decent plays as a bit of a farm session was available for Shui, but not expecting 3 players already past that initial line of sight. That's an opening kill given over. It's him embodying that aggression that we're talking about, but giving a free kill. How bad can this go for MOUZ?
We'll say JL's got penchant for the MP9. Knows how to put it to good use. The absence of Kevlar makes things difficult. You do have a Deagle on Imet and Wonderful. But the long-range engagements are going to be heavily favoring this Brolin and Torji hold.
But if you get a plant at this point, you're extremely happy with the round for NAVI. The fact they even have an opening kill, not even traded, hardly taking any damage whatsoever, this feels great. So you get the bomb down. I'll take this round as a win if I'm a NAVI fan.
Alexi B's plan is to try and draw crosshairs as his teammates to make headway into the A site. Brolin even further away now from these fights, should favor that M4. Torji primed and ready towards that palace side. Imir starts his search as well. 30 seconds. They're not in a hurry. And now they've been spotted out. Torji down to the wonderful D. Im even connected into middle, and wonderful with just a Desert Eagle has humbled MOUZ. Never mind a plant jad, they'll take the round. And MOUZ, a heartbreak round 2. NAVI have stolen away a round. It all starts with Shui conceding the MP9, but it's the Deagles that do the dirty work on A.
I feel like you got to pack it up now, don't you? This is the opening kill. Shui going aggressive, continuing to have that tone.
Oh,
Wonderful showing that the Zingers aren't just with the AWP, the Deagle for 2. And getting caught trying to rotate back over. Immer's lurk through middle also contributes. You feel like that's going to be the game.
unless they can do the same back, I think you're right.
That's 2 of the last 3 rounds where MOUZ have had a lot of advantages. Last round of the half, and now against such a light investment. 2 Deagles. Shui's already stripped, surging forward now. NAVI, bit with a trade, just gonna run on in, run them down, meeting MOUZ, who tend to take some aggressive games, right? They played Spirit, they played Vitality at the tail end of the season in best of 5s, winning both of them 3-0. And one of the factors for MOUZ is, well, they take no prisoners. They play aggressive CS, they get right in your face, they put their individual prowess on display, and well, NAVI have done the same, but mainly through wonderful 21 kills and counting.
Make it 22. Oh, you've got a 17-year-old? Well, we've got a 19-year-old. He's doing everything right tonight. 23-7. As you said, Chad, got to be the best game we've seen from Wonderful.
That was right there a force buy from MOUZ, Alex. So if that doesn't spell disaster, if that doesn't tell you it's over, they're in a similar situation on Nuke, but they had a bit more money. They had the max loss bonus working for them because they had a few more rounds. But it's hard to say that this game is not done, right? You're going to force buy again. You've already dug yourself into a massive hole. I don't think there is any way out of this one. Rounds where you've had advantages you've lost, and now going into these next few, you're not going to have any advantages whatsoever. MOUZ have had some struggles in their best of 3s. They lost the map to Sashi, they lost the map to Furia. They started this series looking like it was in a run to take on GNU in the final with Snacks, with MOUZ. But NAVI, they're a team. They took time at the start of the season to put a boot camp in. So did MOUZ, but NAVI, I guess they want to dodge those fraud allegations from the major. They have a point to prove.
Yeah, to do this, you know, a map down. That's tenacity. So much to play for. Such a mountain to overcome.
Considering Alexi B's space, a B split would be the perfect call, and now Shui kept on complete notice, down to 2 HP. Jump spot noted, and here they come.
Good luck, Jimpat. Oh, wow. Him is the one to pick it up. Looked like Bit wasn't far away from doing it himself. Quick adjustment from him. JL caught off by Xertion, but it's just a rifle. That's all he's going to have to celebrate, and that's if he gets away with it. They are boosting up on short to try and find him. Scout tag onto Alexi. Torji, good knowledge of his angles, does catch Bit.
This is over the stats page right now. There's one more round necessary for NAVI. Look at their run so far. Opening game against Furia, 2-0. They took on FaZe last night. Got close on Nuke. 16-12 was the second map of that series, but it was Mirage and Nuke, the 2 maps that they are picking up for the victory in this same series. So we discussed the map pool. They actually picked in with Dust2. Didn't work out for them, but they had 2 comfortable maps to follow.
I don't need to tell you. Riyad has told you for me. Series point.
Hope we get Wonderful in this form tomorrow, going up against Nico in his best CS2 form, looking like old Nico at the moment. What's the knockout blow? Alexi B already out to tap. So much mid-pressure applied. A couple of rifles to work with for MOUZ short.
Xerxin has done well to finish off Alexi. Imir back immediately. Wins the duel. Xerxin's nade extends the play, and look at MOUZ go. Torji activates, pushes through mid, finds another Brolin onto Bit, and MOUZ, they do not surrender quietly. They will put up a fight. Recover some extra rifles, nice couple of AKs now in the mix, but this is an uphill struggle, folks.
Well, let me remind you of what happened in Nuke. MOUZ showed a bit of tenacity when the chips were down. They won a couple of rounds, and it was like, all right, let me Blade just take a timeout, have a 30-second conversation, and we'll just convert the game from there, shall we? And guess what's just happened?
You've called it.
Blade has taken the second of the 3 tactical timeouts in regulation. They've got the money. They're in a position to close this out before it gets out of control. So let's see, can Blade convert again? Are the boss's orders the right one?
Usually are.
Interested to see if we get a pace change, right? Because they took a lot of fights. They were biffing a lot, getting very brawly around mid and connector, allowing MOUZ to play heads-up CS. I wonder if that's the adjustment from Blade. Hey, let's just slow it down. We've been outclassing them here.
Chewy. He's not going to shy away from the engagement. Tucks into Con. Xerxin the same. He's going to be proactive towards the apartments. The deep util may set him up for success. He caught a glimpse of Emma descending, but when he overlooks JL, he does completely. Caught out, flashed in. Oh, it's not good either. As easy as that, let the fights come to you, because those two have just collapsed. Three frags away from NAVI, condemning MOUZ to pack in their suitcase and missing out on Championship Sunday. Against the odds here. Spotted indeed. Audible retreat. And preparing to hit a very underguarded site. Alexi B going to be coming in from short side. Amid this lurk, keeping the boys busy. He's been spotted out, but that's not the main focus. Jimmy distracted, too much noise. Only Shui remains, and with 5 alive off of the timeout. NAVI seem to have done enough for the final, booking themselves a ticket into Sunday. Shui fighting as hard as he can. The bomb will go down. A single bullet will do it, and it's Alexi B to secure it. We will see NAVI tomorrow. A chance to lift the Esports World Cup trophy. Just G2 standing in their way. MOUZ, a 13-1 to start off this semi-final. And only 5 rounds in the third map, 8 in the second. They couldn't get it going.
Feels like 3 halves for MOUZ to forget their second half.